Hello, everybody. I'm back. Today, I'd like you to go on a little journey with me. As you can see here, I am on Auburn Avenue, where the King Center is. We've been talking a lot about Martin King. Right now, I'm at the Bryant Preparatory Institute, and I'm heading down Auburn Avenue to discuss Martin Luther King, the civil rights, and bogus HIV. Here I am in my city of Atlanta where I had many friends, all of whom are no longer with us. And before I leave Atlanta in several months, I want to pay homage and honor to all the gay black men that were murdered with bogus HIV. Many of them not even knowing it. What I like to do is ask that if you know anybody impacted by the bogus HIV disease, that you lead them to the work that I have been doing with Impromptu, Nebthet's musical, that includes interviews. On this morning, I was listening to some of those interviews, Living in Black Radio, and I really wanted to really be able to present coherently and cogently the HIV crisis. So if you know somebody impacted by that, do refer them to my work. I believe that after you listen to me and after you study the materials on my website, that person can come to their senses, stop taking those toxic drugs, and get back to living as normal a life as possible. Here I want to show you. I mentioned to you the other day that Martin King has become the white Messiah. And, it just so happened that I get here today, and here again, more than black people visiting this area are white people. Now, as a school teacher, I used to bring my children on field trips over here to see the house where he was born. You get to go inside on certain days and whatnot. And that was always very interesting. When you're a black man and you're aware of racism, anything that can happen to give you a sense of pride in yourself is a wonderful thing. Now, I'm heading on down the street. We're going to the location where Dr. King is buried. And across the street from there is a center. I want to end up over there and keep this presentation as short as possible. Here on Auburn Avenue, as you can see, people are here on today. I used to live over here at Mattress Factory Lofts. When my mother would travel with her elderly organization, they would come over here and visit. So it was nice to come over here and see her. Now I'm about to cross the street. You can see back here the King Center, the burial site. I may step over there just for a second and see what we can see. And back to speaking about Dr. King, to learn that he was a government agent whose speeches were written by others, Jews, and the effects of what has happened as a result of all the work that he did. Now, when we were listening and learning about Dr. King, again, that sense of pride is undeniable, and that is not something that I am negating in any way. But we are in the age of truth, and we want to know exactly what's going on with our people, given that black people have been eradicated and so many have died to bogus HIV. If you'll notice behind me here, the fountain area where he is buried, quite a historic area. Everybody wants to come through here. Now, I'm doing this today because some of you don't live in Atlanta. You've never traveled to Atlanta. So, through me, you can get a little bit of an understanding and experience of Auburn Avenue. Remember, Auburn Avenue thrived with black businesses back in the day, but that too was busted up. It's almost as if they didn't want to see black people thrive on their own, and through affirmative action and integration, uh, most people are working for white corporations, making them rich rather than themselves. And that's a serious concern of mine. As I continue down this street, I'm going to go across the street in a second. I've been thinking about my own situation with a job. Again, this is what I love to do, teaching our history, particularly our ancient history, and metaphysics and occult science. Look over here. Lots of people here today. And I feel that I deserve to make money. I haven't made a whole lot of money off the book, but it is out there. It is in libraries. And, who knows what can happen on tomorrow. By the way, my root chakra is so much better. It's amazing how when you're not in physical pain or ill, how your whole mood can change. And so I'm so happy about that. I could stop and cry right here on the spot because I have had such a dismal outlook with my body being in such pain. But it is better, and I want to thank all of you for your love and your well wishes. And, I'm not even exactly sure what has healed it other than my own hands and all the things that I have done, the natural remedies and whatnot. Here we see, back here where Dr. King is buried. This is the King Center. But yes, I'm feeling better. And if I move back to Montgomery, which is my hometown, I want to be able to not only teach classes, but you can't charge when you use a library. But I have got to find a way to make money. Now down here, I won't go all the way down, but I'm going to turn and show you Ebenezer Baptist Church. A lot of dignitaries, when they come to celebrate Dr. King, come down to this church. I've been in there several times. You can see the groups of people here. Ebenezer Baptist Church. I want to get the sign in there. Yeah, there it is back there. Let me back up a little. See it there? Ebenezer Baptist Church. Now, I'm going to go across the street here. They have done quite a lot of remodeling in this area. Lots of young people today. This is a famous statue here. You can see right there. The black man holding up his child. This is a new church that they have built. It's huge. I believe when George Bush was running for president, he came here. Now, in speaking about Dr. King, Bobby Hemmett has stressed that he has become the white Messiah. And that whenever you want to discuss important, horrible issues that are happening with black people, they always bring up Dr. King. And so we know very little about many of the black scholars who are out there, whom I love, and who keep our people motivated and abreast of all the real issues that are happening. Now, Dr. King and his whole policy of non-violence. Even to this day, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that because, if somebody is hitting you, you have a right to fight back. And yet, through Gandhi, which we also learned did not like black people, Gandhi, and I'm looking for his statue. Here it is around here. the civil rights movement was modeled after Gandhi and his non-violence. Now, as we continue to learn about the Tibetan pantheon and the dark side, we are aware of Kali, Set, and other archetypes of consciousness that were all about destruction, like the Christ itself, to destroy and then build back divine. Now, it is so interesting to me that here in the King's Center, an Indian, Gandhi, represents what is happening here. So just by that alone, we know that Gandhi, who was a racist, was very instrumental in the non-violent movement. Here's Gandhi right here, and I'm almost done. See? He's got his statue right here. And then I'm going to show you this little walk, and then I'm going to go ahead and you see the little steps down here. I hope I'm showing it. I can't see what I'm pointing at. But apparently a lot of people have, here's President Carter. We've learned also through Bobby Hemmett his involvement in eradicating black people all over the planet. Even in one of my presentations about HIV, one of my slideshow presentations, I show Clinton actually in villages of black people smiling, cheesing, and grinning while our people have been eradicated and their bodies have been turned into melanin pills and products for less melanin people. Okay, I think I'm just about done. I want to speak briefly about Bobby Hemmett having said that 99% of black people are now inhabited and influenced by walk-ins, archons, and other entities that are holding us back. It explains why we are not successful in our endeavors, and yet, at the same time, those lower demiurge entities are losing power, and we should speak it, and that helps them to lose power. I'm wondering if that's why I'm feeling a little bit better today, because it almost feels as if there's like a dark cloud that's been over me, keeping me down, keeping me emotional, keeping me in physical pain. And I'm so happy that that is ending. And so, as we wait for the twinkling of an eye experience, find joy in this nightmare life that we are living. I want to get my book on film here. In the King Center, there is no HIV. The Rainbow Warrior, exposing the truth about HIV antibody testing and the metaphysics of self-healing through chakra and kundalini awareness. I am Dr. Damien Q. Lester, a.k.a. Kabir Amin Ra Unpu Asar Set Harakti, the conscious doctor, Rainbow Warrior, in the King Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Have a good day.